Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of, and I just saw something that didn't look right, for the week of August 1st. This week I'm still collaborating with Marie Moore, so if you haven't checked her out yet, please do so below. Her link is right at the top of my description, so you can check out her channel. She does astrology and tarot videos, and she is awesome, so definitely check her out there. But let's take a look at what's going on for you this week. Looks like a good week right off the bat here. Let's see. You have a lot of people, so definitely pay attention to messages, as I always say. Whenever a lot of people show up, pay attention to any messages you receive, including like messages from your dreams and things like that. I'm actually going to pull an extra card for you guys because there's something. There we go. Cool. Looks really good, I have to say. Definitely, like I said, dealing with a lot of people, hearing messages, pay attention to any messages you receive about anything, even a little bit of love this week. It looks good. So you start off with the Jack of Diamonds. This is you. This is Capricorn showing up here. I always say it's a good thing when you show up as your own sign. Puts you in a position of power, puts you in a position of strength, and kind of allows you to really get what you want from the week. So that is quite positive, I have to say. And this is a good card in general. The funny thing is this is actually the card of messages as well. The Jack of Diamonds is the card of somebody telling you something. So it kind of, I just say pay attention to messages whenever people show up, because usually that's why people are showing up. But this is like the card that's highlighted under. So, it's kind of a little bit of an extra emphasis there on messages for you. And next you have the Two of Clubs, even more of an emphasis. This is the card of conversation, of talking, and getting messages from people. It's even a card of, I always say, talking to yourself. It's a great card to really figure out like what you want from life, what you want your life to look like, and it's a great card for making things happen that you want to have happen in your life. And it's all about talking to yourself, really, and figuring out what you really want. So that's definitely a good thing. It's also a great card for business, and if you're involved with anything that involves communication, business or job wise, it's a very good job, very good card for that. Like if you're in sales or you're just really anything involving communication, it's good for. Next you have the King of Clubs. Good card. A lot of you could be definitely hearing messages from like higher ups, from bosses and things this week. You have two kings showing up here. So, and I don't attach sex to my cards, by the way. So that could be male or female boss. Doesn't matter. This just represents like a leader. And so you could be hearing messages from a leader of some sort. It could even be a mentor. Sometimes, this is just a mentor. So you might not have a job. You might have a business or something. This could be somebody who's really important to you, who you look up to, that comes to you and offers you some sort of message that helps you out. So definitely pay attention to anybody you look up to. Anybody, this is somebody you're like friends with, or you really look up to this person. You really resonate with them. So pay attention to that person this week if they come into your life. Next, you have the King of Spades. Really good card because, I know that Capricorn's been going through a lot of difficulties, and I definitely feel I have 4 planets in Capricorn myself, so I'm definitely dominated by the Capricorn energy, and so I've definitely been through some of the same difficulties, I'm sure. But this card represents going through difficulties, but actually having learned from those difficulties, and now almost being able to turn those difficulties into something. And also, it's like kind of like a card of like seeing why you had to go through those things, like truly understanding and maybe finally getting a little bit of, I don't want to say closure, but it is almost like closure. It's almost like you're finally seeing why, like, all these difficult things had to happen and why you had to learn from them and why you had to go through these things, and you're finally kind of maybe getting more of an understanding there. But it's also a card of justice. And so on one hand, if any of you are involved in anything legal, this is a card of justice coming to you. But it's also just a card of justice in general. Like, if you've been through any difficulties and things like that, more justice coming to you, and, things changing. So I like to see that. Next, you have the Two of Hearts. So for those of you looking for love, there's definitely love out there for you, and there could be somebody coming in this week. Actually, I'm getting that this whole month is a good month for you. So, I don't think this card is just for this week. I think the whole month there's potential for love for those of you that are looking. And this would be a perfect match. It's somebody that you really want. So I like to see that for you. And it's also a great card for anybody not looking for love. It's a great card for just meeting up with friends, or meeting a new friend or something that you really like a lot. So that's a good card for that. Next, you have these 2 sevens come out together. Maybe having some doubts and things like that. I think I said this to you last week, or maybe in your monthly readings. that I think things are improving for Capricorn a lot. So maybe you're because of those improvements, sometimes we get a little bit like, scared about like when's a bad thing gonna happen. So don't immediately jump to those negative thoughts with these cards. And finally, you have the Nine of Diamonds. I really like the Nine of Diamonds, really good card. I always call it the card of newness, and this has been coming up a lot for a lot of the signs this week. So there's definitely some sort of new stuff going on. It's a card of changes and new opportunities and new energies coming for you. Like I said, I really like this card because it just brings in new stuff. It's also a great card for jobs and businesses. If you're starting anything new, it's great for that. And even if you're like waiting for money, if you've been waiting for money to come in, this is a great card. And not only that, it's a great card for just anything new in general. It's even great for relationships and things like that. So I really like to see that for you as well. But looks like a great week. So thank you for watching, and definitely enjoy your week.